Okay, in this video, we're going to cover ad hoc surveys and how and when to use an ad hoc survey. In this top left-hand corner, you'll see ad hoc survey. This is designed for those individuals where you may be out on site and you're identifying a particular problem, but don't have an associated survey related to that. So it could be you're creating a punch list from scratch. You could be just identifying a particular safety or attention needed item you found at a particular location. And again, there's no formalized survey that you've been asked to take, or you could be actually doing collection of data to present to a prospect, or doing a bid coming up. So what you're going to do is you're going to click on the plus sign up there in the top right hand corner. That's going to add a new survey, and it will default to your specific location as the geotag. So wherever you happen to be standing or sitting, you will notice this blue circle, and that's consistent throughout the mapping feature in the iOS version. You'll see this blue circle, which is showing you where you're actually standing or a close proximity. Now you can move the icon, like for instance, I am sitting right here. Even though the blue dot is here, we know that not all the time are the GPS locations exactly accurate. But let's say that we're going to say this is a punch list. Okay, punch list. And I'm going to say I can choose from a company that's currently a part of my organization or a child company, ones that you happen to do surveys for, or you can click on add new. So one, if I chose a company that I did business with, so let's choose Floor and Decor here, then where it says location, you're going to tap on location, and you can actually choose the location where you're standing, if you know the store number or whatever. A lot of times in an ad hoc survey situation, though, you may be at a location where you've serviced before, and just don't have a specific survey, but you also may be doing a new client. And so if you're going to do that, you can click on this button here where it says add new. And if you click on add new, it's going to ask you to type in the company. And we're going to say my best company. Now you'll notice something that happened when I did that. It actually put in the location based on the geotag that I did, or since I'm creating a new company, it's automatically naming that location. So you can create a different name for it if you want to. Like for instance, if I wanted to add the actual number address, I could. Or I could just go with it like it is, okay? And I'm going to click on Next up here in the top right-hand corner. Once you click on Next, this is your basic blank template that you can utilize to create a question. So if you're creating a punch list, you could say driveway repair. And then you could take a picture of the driveway repair. Now, it has category and area in here. If you wanted to add those, you have to have these already created. So if you wanted to say you wanted to choose exterior as your category, you can choose exterior. You can choose area, and that may be parking. It could be drive. I don't think there is a driveway in here. And you don't have to necessarily choose an area. You could just choose the category. In addition, you could click on this advance, and this tells you what type of question that you want. Let's say you had a drop down, okay, and you wanted a rating condition. So let's say I wanted to use the flooring condition rating, okay. If I wanted to use a flooring condition rating, it already exists in the system, and now I can use that, and it brings up that particular rating, and I can choose from that if I wanted to. So let's just choose fair here. I can add additional comments, my additional comments. Click on done, and now I'm going to add a photo. Now I can just add the general photo. I can click here. If I have access to my photo library, I can use that. Depending upon your level or your group, you will have access to or may not have access to your photo library. And then I can also pin this item specifically to a map. So I'm going to go here, and it's going to ask me to pin it directly to a map. So I can drag my icon just like I have in other instances, and I can say I'm going to identify this issue on a driveway here. And then when I click this plus sign, it adds to another question, and I can just continue on to add multiple questions as long as I want to. So let's go with Q2, and I'm going to do a single answer. I'm not going to add any category or area. Answer to. Click on done. Here I'm going to choose a couple of photos and click on select, and there they are. And now those photos are added. I can do that again. I can pin it to the location wherever I am, and then I'm going to click on plus. Now if I go back out, you'll see where I have actually added this location. My best company down here is the punch list, and there are my two locations or two questions that I created. Now I can either continue to add questions if I wanted to as I was continuing on through the system, and this automatically pushes everything to the web as soon as and this gives you your information right to where you are. I can go back out, and again, there's my punch list that I'm creating. There it is at the very top right here. So that's it for Ad Hoc Survey. It really is just the ability to add a general survey, create it. You can then turn those questions into a template if you want to. But the Ad Hoc Survey is used specifically for identifying something that may not be part of a formalized survey and documenting it using photos and to be able to map those particular items in the location. We hope you enjoy the Ad Hoc feature, and we'll see you in a future training.